All right, all right, all right. What's up, everybody? I believe we are live. Please confirm in the chat if you are with me, if we are loud and clear. Let's get into it. Absolutely lovely to see the whole fam in the crew. Look at this. Abdul in the building. Welcome, welcome. McCall OGs in the house. I hope you've got some trades lined up for us. Very, very proud, McCall, of what you've been doing. Very impressive and absolutely lovely to see you. Very welcome, welcome. Beautiful to have you. Jeffrey in the building. I always forget how to pronounce your name. Please, please do tell me again. I believe it's Guillaume? Welcome, welcome, brother, from France in the building. Wish Luxury. BTC soon 80K. BTC soon 80K. Interesting to hear. This is your opinion. Crypto Cupcake, welcome. What an honor to have you from South Africa in the building. And BB, I hope you're feeling better, brother. I know you've been down with some nasty illness. Time to get back on the charts. All right, perfect. Sound beautiful stuff. We're going to keep it no music today. We're going to keep it extremely focused. There's the confirmation I want to hear. We are looking good. Let's get straight into the charts. Oh, Husseini in the building. What's up, brother? And Husseini, I actually wanted to bring your creation to the crew, right? I've been seeing in the Discord, some are asking about journaling and about auto journaling from your trading exchanges straight to an app. Husseini has built an automated trading journal, right? That connects via API to Bybit or wherever you're trading, and it journals for you. There are also some other trading journals that I know the teams, and they're really cool. They have some AI where you can input your strategy, and then it helps you to understand if you are moving with your strategy or if you're actually doing something wrong according to what you should be doing within your strategy. But Hussein is my boy, right? And he's made something amazing. So let's support him. It's very, very affordable. It's absolutely awesome. Husseini, please feel free to drop me a link in my Telegram or see if you can drop a link right here in the chat. But let's get the crew journaling on your automated journal because it's awesome. Back from the dead, let's go. He's a big brain kid, man. This guy's going far, guys. Not only is he a brilliant SMC trader, but he's a great community leader, right? He runs his own community. And he's young. Now he's also scored a role from Bybit. So let's go. He is now a Nigeria Bybit campus ambassador. So proud. And yeah, he has his own automated trading journaling app. It's super awesome. Juan Carlos, welcome. All right, beautiful to see. JCG in the building, bro. You have been killing it. And we're going to go through the Discord shortly. Really, you have been killing it. Okay, Guillaume, I got it. All right, guys, no more time to waste. Let's go into the charts. I see the crew is here. Please smash the likes if you are with us. Share the stream. Let's get everybody in the building. I see that our stream health is looking good. Everything looks fine from my side. We are more viewers than likes, so help me to smash those likes. Let's push the algorithm. I'm going to quickly go through my active current trades, why I entered them. I did drop the zones in the Discord, right? And everything has been playing out on the 1 hour time frame for Bitcoin with Market Cipher. It's been clear as day for all of these trades. So let's quickly go through it, right? And then we're going to talk about the Discord and what's happening there and what's going to happen there. We're going to do our due diligence on BTC. We're going to have a look at the PIONEX bot, the bot I've created, have a little chat there, and we're going to go into altcoins. It's not going to be a long session today. So let's get right into it and let's do some hard work, guys. It's good to be with the crew and let's work together. All right, so simple as day. These are my current trades. I've got a very nice Aave. And basically what I did, again, part of my strategy, right? I look for any kind of bullish or bearish signal. And then when I find that signal on Bitcoin, on the market cipher, then I look to my altcoins that are either overpumped or overdumped on that time frame. It's so simple. You just go to your All right, so let me take it nice and slow. I was watching BTC on the 1 hour chart. We're going to talk about the previous trades, but let's talk about the active trades right now because I want to close them because Bitcoin is pumping and there's shorts. All right, but here we have a bearish divergence, clear as day on the 1 hour chart, higher highs on price, slightly lower low on our wave trend. The bearish divergence printed on the 1 hour time frame. Our money flow started to tank. Our VWAP crossed from very high up. I said this is going to be a nice juicy dump on Bitcoin. Let me hop onto some altcoin shorts. And this is when I went to my favorites on Bitcoin. So any coin that I've traded previously that I've had a good time with, right? That hasn't felt manipulated, that hasn't wrecked me. I then come and I add that coin every time I trade a coin. And I want everyone to do this as well. And part of the reason I love Bybit is, you know, the screening capabilities that it gives you. The UI is just so insane, guys, so insane. If you aren't trading on Bybit yet, here is the Bybit sign up link. It's also in the description. Yeah, BTC's pumping. I need to close these shorts. And then there is the Telegram group. Everybody get involved. And the Discord is heating up like crazy. And we're going to discuss that shortly. Let me actually bring the comments onto the stage again. I love to show them. All right, so let's do this and this and that. I think is looking good because it won't cover the charts. All right, so what I did is I came to my favorites that I've been adding to over the years. These are the coins that I've had the most fun trading, right? And any profitable trade that I make, any bunch of trades that I enjoy, I add that pair to my favorites. And then what's so great about the Bybit screening is you can just go through your 24-hour percentage on the current coins and you can see what has pumped the most and what has dumped the most, right? And when Bitcoin gave us our bearish divergence, Aave showed 10% up, right? Lo and behold, now Aave shows 10% down and I have an 800% ROI trade. Absolutely awesome. I've milked most of the profits off the table at, there we go, at current, but I have left some on the table in case there was signs of further downside. But right now, because Bitcoin's pumping, I think I'm going to close out all three of these trades. These were just a couple of trades that were pumpers when I saw a bearish divergence on Bitcoin on the 1 hour. Is everybody with me on the strategy? It's simple. It's easy. Bitcoin gives you a nice dump signal. You go to your pumpers in the last 24 hours and then you short them, right? Someone's rocking with their Harley next door. Hope it's not too loud. All right, so boom, close all, smash the profits. There we go. Swing, 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 swing. Lovely stuff. Now we can move into looking for the next trades. Near might be overextended. Interesting, interesting. Aldo in the building, also keeping the Discord hot. Beautiful stuff. All right, BTC is moving right now. And guys, altcoins always follow BTC, right? Altcoins literally do whatever Bitcoin does. If you see a nice signal on Bitcoin, you can take it on the altcoins. But anyway, let's go through our previous TA that we did. And really, really proud of the Discord. Guys, our Discord is growing. It's absolutely awesome. I'm very, very proud to see BB, JCG, the crew, Aldo, you guys are trading as a community. I see you there, right? This is how you grow. Become a part of our family. This is awesome. And I'm also dropping trading zones here, trading setups. I'm trying to drop more and more TA here on the daily basis. And actually what I'll be doing over the next 3 weeks, awesome to see you trading on PIONEX. Let me know how it's been going. I hear that the fees are really, really good. Any feedback you can give me on the manual section of PIONEX or any feedback you can give me in general, I will send to the team. But what I'm going to be doing is over the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be revamping the Discord. All of the rooms, all of the rules, the verification, right? Our Discord is becoming something serious. Very, very serious. All right, we can see right now all the traders online. These are real traders. And yeah, it's becoming a team. It's becoming something awesome. And we're becoming profitable as a community. And then what I'm thinking of doing, depending if the crew is interested in it, will also be some incentive for me. But I might next month open the VIP section in the Discord. All right. And you guys will tell me how much you think it will be worth for a month. I'm thinking something very low to start, like $30, $50 for the month, and I will drop daily technical analysis on Bitcoin. I'm not going to give you guys signals, right? If I give you signals, you will get lazy. Maybe I will give signals every now and then. But really, I made a vow to myself, right? I'm not going to be a signal generator. I'm going to be a generator of signal generators. Are you with me? I'm going to teach y'all to fish. So what I'm going to do in the VIP Discord is I'm going to give daily zones on Bitcoin and altcoins in a separate room. So you guys tell me if you think this is a cool idea, because I see, yeah, it's popping off. And basically this month, I'm going to start it off with putting my TA into this room, right? So right now, there's a room that's available to everyone where I can only drop messages, and I will be dropping my zones. And every now and then I'll say, okay, I've entered a trade here, right? But what I'm going to do is teach you guys to make sure you know how to make us lazy sometimes. Is make sure you know how to identify the zones, find the signals at the zones. Then you can go open your own communities. You can go open your own YouTube channels, right? If I give you guys signals, I'm going to be there grafting, making signals, and you guys are going to be very lazy. All right. In PIONEX, when you use anchored VWAP, it doesn't show upper and lower bands. Well, interesting. Okay, that's the kind of stuff that they really need to hear. Let me quickly send this to the PIONEX guys. I'll just save it for now. There we go. I have screenshotted it. Thank you so much for that. Much, much appreciated. Sometimes, like especially if we're in trading competitions, right? I'll give signals and stuff like that, like in WSOT. At least give the 1000x ones. All right, you can do it in 2, but interesting. Okay, I will tell them. I'm not rich yet, but why not? Even if I like to be lazy. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, no, I'm going to teach y'all to make your own, to fish, right? It's that simple, to fish. Okay, we've got the live trading charts open here. If you have any charts, let us know. Very, very impressed to see the trading setups. I mean, it's flying absolutely every day. We're seeing that, guys, this Discord is becoming a powerhouse. And really, BB, it's thanks to you, man. From my heart, huge thanks to you. You've inspired me so much into what this Discord can be and how really this Discord is the home for our community, right? We will still copy your content in our community. No problem. No problem, guys. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so if there's anything from these current trades that you think is active right now, JCG, I know you're very active here. I see a few others like G, very, very active. Let us know if you have any current trades for us to look at in the stream, and then drop them in these live trading charts. Right, and of course from the streams, anything that I find super interesting to keep an eye on. If you're not able to join the streams, we will drop that here in my TA section. But really, this Discord is becoming a super powerhouse, and yeah, I'm super proud of what we're building here together as a team. Guys and girls, very, very nice. Okay, awesome to see everybody here. Beautiful stuff. Let's get into some TA. Let's have a look at the 1 hour chart, and then we will do some due diligence and zoom out. But these are the zones that I did drop, and very interesting to see how they played out so nicely. And it's so important, guys, when we actually drop the zones, and I can see another one staring at us in the face right now. I hope everybody can see this bearish order block. And we did identify it, right? It's not on the chart right now, but it's right there in the Discord. We did identify it. It literally gave us the longs. It gave us the shorts. Let me actually show everybody. There it is, guys. There it is. Anyway, we did a lot of work creating these clusters on these blocks. And what these are clusters of your 4 hour and your 1 hour SMC bullish order blocks. And we can see that they were extremely significant, right? And when you get 3 order blocks in a row like this, let me just explain the strategy here. First of all, You're looking for a reaction at an order block, right? So you're not entering at an order block immediately, but you're looking for a nice reaction at that order block. Secondly, you use your market cipher to give you insights into the reaction happening at the order block. And when you have 3 order blocks in a row like this, keep in mind you need the signal before you enter. But very important is to understand, okay, if these are all long positions, then this order block, maybe I'm going too fast here for those who are new to SMC. All right, but it's quite simple. On the 1 hour time frame, we were basically just looking at the previous red candles before the impulse moves. Very, very simple. I'm just going to do it quite quickly here. This one, you can either go for this red candle here or this doji candle here. Either way, very important zones. And then it was this beautiful doji here that gave us our sniper move with the trigger wave pattern that was just, oh, so magnifique, right? But what I'm trying to explain here is that if you have a long position at each and every one of these, yes, you're looking for a strong reaction. But if you're looking at these as positions, the way to understand this is that the first order block is going to be your higher risk order block. So it's going to be less margin, right? And even less leverage. The leverage is up to you. But the point is that your risk is much higher managed because it is a higher risk order block. And then as you go down, there is more likelihood that the lower the order blocks are on that trend, the bigger the likelihood that you'll get a nice trade from it. So the more margin you place onto it, and the more risk you can give it. All right, I hope everybody is with me. So these were the 3 positions that we were looking at. The first one gave us a little bit of a bounce. It gave us a bullish divergence, but the money flow was looking dodgy, right? And the VWAP was also doing some strange things here. And this is 1 hour, so market cipher does become a little bit more advanced on the 1 hour. I hope everybody has been watching my market cipher tutorials. Very, very important. I think I just dropped the most important one, right? Money flow is, in my opinion, the most important part of the market cipher indicator. But anyway, let's just have a look at these trades. So first of all, we got a little bit of a move once the bullish divergence came in. Our VWAP had crossed, and at the time our money flow was pointing up, although it looked like it did want to trend to the downside, and we got a little bit of a trade there. All right, I didn't take this trade at that bullish divergence. I was not on the charts at the time, but either way, it wasn't looking the strongest on our VWAP or on our money flow. All right, then the next time we actually got a bullish signal was all the way down at the trigger wave. All right, so I want to be clear here. There was no sign for us inside this middle order block to take a long trade. All right, so we left that one out. And I am focusing on the 1 hour time frame for the market cipher signals because these are 1 hour order blocks. These are 1 hour SMC order blocks, so I'm linking it to the 1 hour market cipher. When we were in this red candle, we were clearly just in dump mode. Very much in dump mode with our money flow just pointing down. Our VWAP had crossed. We'd gotten a red dot. And if anything, you know, that was a short trade that market cipher was giving us. So clearly we were just patient through that zone, not pulling the trigger. And then it all came together, right? Who in the chat has watched my recent advanced market cipher trigger wave manipulation pattern video? Because it's one that I need you to all watch. It is such an amazing strategy because it's profitable every single time you see the strategy. And once you learn to understand manipulation patterns, you start to get that godly feeling that makes you fall in love with trading, right? Because so often, and I experienced the same thing, the first 2 or 3 years trading leverage, you feel like you are being slapped around by the market, right? You just can't get anything right. And what's happening there is, even if you have sound logic and you're using symmetrical triangles or whatever, you're getting stop hunted and you're getting manipulated. And what's so cool about this pattern is it teaches you to understand where the manipulation comes in. And it's so simple, right? Watch the video, but it's the bullish divergence and then the trigger wave. And it happens time and time and time again. Historically, it just keeps repeating on every time frame. And what this is basically the whales, right? They see that this bullish divergence is way too obvious. Too many people are thinking, bullish divergence, I'm a genius, I'm gonna 100x long and I'm gonna make $1 million. Then the whales say, okay, let's do what we do. Let's take these newbies to the bank. And they literally sell all of the whales in their little WhatsApp groups or whatever. They sell Bitcoin and they dump the chart straight through the stop losses. They create a cascade of liquidations. And then when they actually buy again at a much better price for them, and it's smart money, right? They bought at the smart money order block. Here is your break of structure. Here is your impulse move. There's your smart money concept order block. And boom, they came in here and they bought, and that's where we got the trigger wave. The trigger wave comes after the bullish divergence, right? This is the butt of your rifle. This is your trigger of your rifle. And then this is all just profits, right? That is the barrel of your rifle. I know this looks like something else, but just get your heads out of the gutter, right? This is a gun. I don't know how to make it look anything less like that, but this is a gun. This is the butt of the rifle. This is the trigger of the rifle. And this is not my strategy, right? This is CryptoFace's strategies. I saw CryptoFace did a $4 million trade today on a trigger wave. Absolutely beautiful. And Market Cypher, guys. Market Cypher, right? The best traders in the world. I'll just tell you straight, so many YouTubers are lying to you. So many YouTubers are not even trading, and the real ones that I know for a fact are trading millions of dollars. Jason Casper, CryptoFace, the OGs, right? I've heard about Frankie Candles. I don't know him personally, but I know he also uses Market Cypher, right? Those are the ones who are actually trading, because using this indicator, you can actually understand this kind of money flow. And if you're going to get into this kind of thing, watch my CVD divergence video. I know it's one that has slightly slipped under the radar, but I see the YouTube algorithm is picking it up now and it's becoming more popular. And it's also one of those things that can elevate you, right? To understand manipulation. And it's just so beautiful to see this time and time again at the manipulation trigger wave. I mean, the trade was just absolutely gorgeous. I was not on the charts at this time, so I didn't manage to take the trade. All right, I was touching grass. I do need at least 1 or 2 days off during the week, or I do burn out. And for some reason, like, all of the best trades have been popping off on a Friday night or on a Saturday morning. And it's so difficult because I get the alerts on my phone and I look at my partner and I'm like, really, like, we're sitting on the beach, we're having lunch or whatever, on like the little bit of time that I get off is exactly when the biggest trades pop off, and it's happening time and time again. But yeah, very interesting how it seems like the whales are actually doing their manipulations on the weekend. But anyway, I don't trade on the weekend, guys, for a few reasons, right? But anyway, that's where the trade came in. It was a beautiful, I mean, to get an 11% trade on the 1 hour time frame, that's when you know your strategy is absolutely banging baller, right? And awesome to see that it did come from one of our zones. And then you actually got what we call continuation entries, right? So you see this top zone here. I'm just going to take these out. But McCall, I mean, I know you were also milking these zones, which is so cool. And here we got the continuation entries on these zones. Because what happened here is the zone held us up. We broke through the zone, tested it as resistance, right? The support broke through, tested it as resistance, then broke through it again. So what happened here is the support flipped into resistance. Then it flipped again into support. And those are trades that you could have taken. Why? All right, someone in the chat tell me, why are those trades that you could have taken? Be active, right? I'm just speaking at the crew today, but I see the community is here. You've got your thinking hats on. So I'm going to make you guys work, right? Why are those trades that you would have taken? I'm new to SMC and Market Cypher, hoping to learn a lot today. So Jeffrey, really do the due diligence, right? Have the discipline to watch my whole crypto trading tutorials playlist and my whole market cipher playlist. Study it, study it, study it. And honestly, it's so holistic at this point. Wow, Bitcoin is pumping. But if you can get the SMC right, which is in the crypto tutorials playlist, and you can match that as we're doing here with your market cipher. And I think that's a video that I'm going to make soon for Coin Bureau, is the strategy of matching your SMC to your market cipher. But you need to have watched and studied my SMC video on order blocks and my market cipher playlist. All right, nice, man. Yeah, it's gold, guys. It's gold. And it's so funny for me to see time and time again, the videos that do the worst, right, are the ones that have the most value. It's so crazy. People just want clickbait time and time again. They just want to be told maybe Bitcoin's going to go up. Maybe Bitcoin's going to go down. Oh, I was right. Oh, I was wrong. And then where there's actual real strategy, they won't click it. They won't learn it because people don't want to think. Right? In this community, I force you to think. That's why I'm against me giving you signals. I know what happens, right? You become lazy monkeys. And we're all monkeys, right? But we need to be thinking monkeys. We need to be thinking monkeys. I just started today. Beautiful. Nice, man. Okay, yeah, this trigger wave, guys. I mean, the whole time I've been teaching you trigger wave, it's been so that I could teach you this manipulation strategy, right? There is method to my madness in the way I teach you. You're right. I'm happy to see this manipulation rifle shooting example in 1 hour. So cool, right? So cool. It's everywhere. This is like one of the most OG patterns because it's so much stronger than just a bullish divergence, and it's so much stronger than just a trigger wave. When you see these two together, you're like, okay, $1,000, 100x, boom, let's do it. Of course, it's all relative, right? To your account size, and you need a stop loss. But you know what I mean. Okay, come on, guys. Tell me. Been feeling FOMO since the last 2 weekends. Yeah, it's hard when you see the weekend trades pop off. Maybe we'll do a weekend stream sometime, right? I'll take a day off during the week. Maybe we'll do a weekend stream sometime. Third and deeper point of entry. Interesting. VWAP up, money flow up, green dot at the order block. We're at the trend line. Well done. Very, you are thinking. All right, so technically, yes, there was a breakout and a retest. Very nice. All right, so that's just typical trading. The support and resistance flipped down, it flipped up, and we should expect support here. That's just very much horizontal support and resistance zones. But according to our SMC and our market cipher, what happened here, and very nailed it, right? We got the perfect trigger waves on this 1 hour. All right, let me take this away so it's not blocking. We got the green dot. We got VWAP crossed. We got money flow coming in like a muck. And it was gorgeous, right? First entry there. Already could have taken first profits. Maybe even put your stop loss to entry, depending on your risk appetite. And if you kept your stop loss down here, then boom, you got the beautiful, beautiful trade. So nice. How long will we still take these OBs into consideration? So this is my thinking, right? I've not been trading SMC for some of the others, for as long as some of the others in this community. But my thinking is, and this is also what I've heard from Tuffy, right? Tuffy, please let us know if you're in the chat, because I'd love to hear from you. But, all right, this is my thinking, and then I'll give you Tuffy's thinking. But what I've been thinking is when an order block is, first of all, mitigated to, and then broken through, it loses its significance as an SMC order block, but it retains heavy significance as a zone, right? As a high volume zone and a support and resistance flip zone. But if I'm understanding correctly, what happens once an order block gets broken, and correct me if I'm wrong, those of you who are SMC OGs, is it turns into what is now called a breaker block, right? And this is something that Tuffy has introduced into his SMC order block indicator. I think there's like you pay a little bit extra and you get the addition of the breaker blocks. But I know that Tuffy has fallen in love with these breaker blocks because so many people moved on to trading SMC that he's saying that the whales have now moved on to trading these order blocks as breaker blocks, right? And I still need to understand this. I'm not ready yet to teach on the breaker blocks, but it is interesting to see here the beautiful trade that did come in from this order block once it had already been broken, which according to that strategy means now this is also another very nice zone of interest, all right? But once we break through it and come back up above it. All right. Anyway, I feel like I'm preaching. I feel like I'm shouting, but I hope everybody is learning. And then very simples here on the 1 hour time frame. And I think this was also a very nice 4 hour order block, but let's clean up the charts for now. And if you have a look at your structure here, it's quite tight, right? And I like to use parallel channels for my structure. But if you look at this as your upward sloping market structure, then you can see a few very nice order blocks. I think the 4 hour will do better for us here, but really one nice one there that, as you can see, was just absolutely awesome. Sniper tap with a little bit of confusion first, right? Red dot, green dot, red dot. And when you see red dot, green dot, red dot, right, you just have to step back. You just have to step back and wait for the trend to enter. And you can see how confused the market cipher was here, right? We got a red dot, but money flow was pointing up, so we wouldn't have taken it. Then we got the green dot, which of course, we never mess with the green dot above the 45-degree line. Then we got the red dot. That's when VWAP crossed and money flow turned around. All right, that's when you could have taken the short entry at this 1 hour order block from all the way back here. All right, it did get an early mitigation, and remember when I talk about an early mitigation, it's still valid. We want a nice move away, tap of a different order block. And what's so great about this order block strategy is it gives you such nice entries and take profits. I mean, these are two sniper entries with beautiful take profits. And then even the take profit from this short trade was at this breaker block. Is everyone with me? One of the reasons I love the SMC strategy is because you can trade ranges up and down, and you can even hedge trade using your SMC order blocks. All right, so then the next major zone of interest here, and this one's a little bit difficult to understand on this time frame, so we'll look at the 4 hour. But if you just look at this, all right, if you just look at this as an uptrend, these green candles on the 1 hour time frame, boom, 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 whole bunch of green candles. Technically, if you go to the 15-minute, that's an uptrend. That's higher highs and higher lows. Then as you see that uptrend broken, and you go back to the next, the last green candle before the impulse move at the break of structure, there it is. And this was pretty gnarly, right? There was a lot of manipulation here. And there we go. There's your order block. Which once again, let me be very clear, right? You only would have taken this short at the order block once the bearish divergence prints. You would have gotten a green dot somewhere, a red dot somewhere here, then the green dot straight after. And really, when you get the green dot straight after the red dot, I know it's frustrating, but for me, I close out the trade. I close out the trade. Right? If market cipher is that confused, first of all, you wouldn't have entered that red dot because money flow is clearly just crossed and it's moving up. But if you did, I'm a conservative trader, right? So if it gives me the green dot, I close out the trade and I wait for the next red dot. And the next red dot is where the bearish divergence printed. And yeah, it was so nice. Beautiful bearish divergence. And what's so cool here now, all right, there was your trade. I took my profits now. We've moved back up. Now this is, I don't know, I have to learn, but possibly acting as a breaker block because it technically was broken, but it is now giving us some reaction to the downside. And let's see, right? Let's see if the crew is concentrating. So guys, what am I looking for here? I'm not going to give you any clues yet, but taking into consideration what we've been looking at so far in this stream and my last few videos, what am I looking for here? I want to see who's got their big brain on. Exactly. So for the long, the trigger wave should always be under the 45 line, right? For a nice trigger wave. For a nice trigger wave, you always want it under your 45 line, and just go put a line in there, right? So if you go to your settings on your market cipher, here, you can just put a wave trend oversold level, or this wave trend bearish divergence minimum, bullish divergence minimum at the 45, right? I think that's the one that I've used. No, it's just these guys. Wave trend overbought. See how that wave trend overbought level, if you put in a 45 there, any one of these, it'll give you a white line, right? And I only take the trigger waves that are beyond those lines. What do you think about liquidation map to decide your targets? It's awesome, man. It's awesome. Liquidation map, I try to check as much as possible because that's where the whales are hunting everyone, right? The whales want to hit the liquidations because it gives them liquidity. All right, think about it. If you have a huge zone of liquidations and you manage to push the price up as a whale to those liquidations, once you hit those liquidations, you're causing a liquidation cascade and price just goes further and you make more profits as a whale. And also some of them are opening $1 million trades, etc., and they need liquidity. And when all of those liquidations come in, liquidity comes into the market. Money flow is dumping right now. Interesting. BB, you're thinking, bro. You're thinking. Nice. If you have first the green and after the red, what do you do? So if it's a green dot trigger wave and I find a red dot directly after it or a bullish divergence, there's not one. It doesn't happen too often, right? It's when the charts are very confused. But I will literally close the trade and pay the fees. It's fine. I'll close the trade and I will wait for the next nice signal. You got to listen to your market cipher, guys. You got to listen to it, right? You can't say, okay, I got the signal, I entered the trade, now I'm just going to leave it, right? If it tells you that something else is coming in, then listen to it. All right, beautiful. BB, I think you nailed it, man. You nailed it. Guys, we have the butt of the rifle on this 1 hour short. Right, now we're looking for this trigger. That's going to happen, guys. That's going to happen. Very, very likely we're going to get a nice big trigger wave. And we're going to get price manipulation up to a higher level. And if we look back, there was a level, right? We'll go to the 4 hour time frame, but there are a few levels. We can look at the fixed range volume profile. But that's what I'm looking at. All right, basically something like this. See how there's a bullish divergence, then there's your trigger wave to the downside. Bearish divergence, trigger wave to the downside. Bearish divergence, boom. Trigger wave. There were even two here. Two nice trigger waves to get into that short, and that short was the beaut. Really, really nice. From the manipulation move, which is just a push up slightly higher, 11% down on the 1 hour time frame. Crazy. All right, cool. We're doing a lot of market cipher teaching today, but I don't mind because I know this is what's going to make you guys OGs. Hope the trigger will not happen at 3 a.m. It does. It does work like that sometimes, right? But it's okay. If you see an alert pop off and you're sleeping, try not to wake up and enter a trade, right? There's so many reasons for that. First of all, your sleep patterns are so important for your trading psychology. All right, you need to sleep 8 hours a day. You need to try sleep those 8 hours at the same time, right? For your circadian rhythm. It's super important for your thinking. And if you wake up and you're half asleep, you're also probably not going to enter the trade properly or manage your risk properly. All right, try to have trading hours. And when trading alerts pop off in those trading hours is when you take the trades, right? When you're alert. All right, so let's go, guys. Let's wait for this trigger wave. And let's quickly have a look at some zones for this short. And we can also see here there's a nice order block now for the long. There's a couple of new zones here. If we look at this as market structure, yeah, you could technically call that a break of structure. And then you could call that a break of structure. So there's two little snuggly zones here. And that one looks like it's pretty much already been tapped. Yeah, and then this one kind of overlaps. And also something very nice to take note of is that when your SMC order blocks overlap, you get sniper wick entry zones, right? And that's why I overlap the 4-hour order blocks with the 1-hour order block. Let's quickly go to the 4-hour, see what we can find here just above us. Yeah, the screen zone is kind of overlapping as well. Oh, not quite. There we go. So there we go. Just tapped into that top order block. I got this guy here. That could be a nice zone. All right, you see there's your structure. There's your impulse move. And your previous green candle, you could even take it to this candle here. And now we're seeing a nice overlap right here. This could be a nice level for our trigger wave, which could be a nice short all the way back down to this level. And yeah, if we break the top of this range, we can go much higher. But we need to zoom out a little bit for that. And we should be zooming out anyway as our due diligence. You can see the 4-hour also gave us a nice trigger wave. It was a little bit more delayed. But yeah, 4-hour also nice trigger wave there. Nice trigger wave there. Okay, let's clean up these zones quickly. And we're going to throw them back in, but first I want to zoom out to the daily time frame and have a look at this range and see where our high volume nodes are on our fixed range volume profile, because that's super important. Nice to see our daily bullish divergence. It did actually print. I know it was popping on and off, but there the daily bull did actually print. We could see some follow through there. But yeah, our money flow is tanking. And our VWAP is coming down on the daily. So shorters might still be in control on this time frame. All right, it's called your VMC. All right, your Vu Manchu Market Cipher B. And this is the free version, but it's super awesome. All you do is go to your indicators and you type VMC. But just watch my setup video on my channel. The setup video shows you where to find it. It's this one, right, with the most likes, 22,000 likes. Vu Manchu Cipher B plus divergences, and watch the setup video so you make sure you're setting it up correctly. All right, these are the important levels that we need to put in right now, because these are giving us our beautiful daily trade entries. First of all, we need to be aware of the value area high and the value area low. Quite a big value area high here. Crazy. Then these high volume nodes, you can see that nice wick there at 66, 66.2. This one up here. And then this is currently our high volume node zone at the POC. And try to cluster as much as you can, right? My main strategy right now is FRVP clustered with SMC using Market Cipher as your entry signals. So first we need to know value area high. We need to know high volume nodes on the daily, high volume zones. And then we can go to the 4 hour. There you can see how important these levels are. Price literally just bouncing between these zones. And we can also see that these longs were really nice because they came in at your value area low of the range. Really nice. Okay, let's see what the OG Tuffy SMC indicator is telling us. All right, still showing a valid bullish order block at the bottom. Very interesting. And we've got a nice overlap here at the top. Very interesting how sometimes this indicator will take the last red candle before the impulse move. Super interesting. But that looks like a nice zone for me because it overlaps there with your value area high, and that could be a nice sniper entry right there. It could also be a nice zone for our manipulation trigger wave on the 1 hour. All right, this is also overlapping with our value area low. And really, this is why you need to be in the live streams, because this is really hard for me to even describe in an image, right? If I screenshot this, it's hard to describe all of these overlapping zones. But this is a nice short. I think that could be a little bit of a sniper play, a little bit higher risk, but a nice sniper play there. And it does look like Fibonacci did play out here. Little fake outs above the golden pocket. All right, there was some nice golden pocket taps right there. You see, there is your golden pocket. There's your two nice moves. And that's your Fibonacci on this trend. All right, let's pop the fixed range volume profile back on this time frame. Just have a look. Okay, we're close to POC. It's giving us very, very similar information. And now let's head back to that 1 hour. Okay, now we're seeing some interesting stuff. This 1 hour order block is looking like a nice overlap of the 4 hour order block. It's an overlap of, well, it's within the value area low of the current range. So, I mean, we can even, you know, label these things so it makes it a little bit easier. We can do something like this. Okay, 1 hour OB. Overlapping 4 hour OB within value area low of the range. It's looking juicy. It's looking juicy. Mega crash coming. I love it. Can you repeat your entry strategy again? All right. I will go through it. Okay, and then we've got this sniper zone up here. This teeny zone here. All right, so I hope everybody can see, right? There is your 1 hour order block. This is your value area high of the range. And that gives us this overlap and this nice little sniper level. All right, this is just the way that I like to trade. I like to inhabit the sniper, right? Be the sniper. And just know when I put a zone in, that's pretty much what you should be doing. All right, you don't just enter at the zone, but it's pretty much this. You put your stop loss with a little bit of buffer below the previous swing low at the zone. And then your target up at the next major OB. And these are your take profit zones at the major resistance. But you only enter if you get a nice entry signal on your market cipher. So this entry might be anywhere in the zone once you get your nice entry signal. And this one's going to be hard to see the label, but let's go. 1 hour. To add some text. 1 hour. Okay, it's fine. We'll just add some text here. Our OB overlapping value area high of the range. Really, if you do the due diligence like this and find sniper zones, what's so great is then you're sitting back and you're looking at the charts and you just wait for price to hit those zones. You can even go have a margarita on the beach and just set your price alert at the zone. And once your price comes to those zones, then you hop on the charts and you look for your market cipher signals to the downside. But I love a skinny level like that. I love a little skinny level like that because already you can feel the sniper energy. Been following your Friday streams on MUBITE Discord, and I kind of enjoy and learn more on such streams. Best way to learn how to fish. Awesome to hear, man. Awesome to hear. Yeah, the MUBITE streams have been going well. And let me know if anybody here is trading on MUBITE. I'll try to get another giveaway for this community soon for some funded accounts. After this crash, accumulation and pump. Interesting. Swing failure pattern at the top wick. Indeed, indeed. Sharing this chart in the Discord. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, I love the MUBITE accounts, guys. It's so cool, man. It's so cool. Like, the main thing that I love about prop firms on crypto is that the risk management is brutal. Right? And there are, of course, possibilities that you'll lose whatever you paid to get your funded account. But your risk is that. Your risk is like whatever, $50 you pay for, I'm not sure what the price is right now with my discount, but you pay $50 for a 5K funded account, and then all of your trading is $50 risk. Yes, you pay 20% of your profit. But anyway, watch the MUBITE video. It's in the description if you need to learn about MUBITE, and it's just so awesome for traders who are struggling with low capital. And it also just teaches you risk management. Like, you have to manage your risk because of the drawdown limits. Hey, cool to hear, man. Token 2049. Was that Dubai or Singapore? They worker. Let's go. Oh, I do kind of recognize your face, man. Is that you in your profile picture? What's up? What's up? Yes, dude, I think I do remember you. Singapore. All right, that's even more recent, so maybe that's why. But what's your first name? Just dox yourself so that I can remember. Lovely to have you here, man. And yeah, I was about to book my tickets to Dubai for token 2049. Oh, bro, now I know exactly who you are. Yeah, we actually met at the pitch meeting, right? That developer pitch meeting. Oh, beautiful to see you, man. And I hope you're sucking up these strategies, bro. I hope you're sucking up these strategies. Oh, awesome to see you, dude. Yeah, I'll definitely be back in Singapore, but I'm not sure like whether I'm gonna go to Dubai. I was so keen because I would be in the Coinbear offices. I'd be making content there. But yeah, man, there's war going on. All of my homies in Dubai are like talking on our groups about literally explosions happening, right? They hit Terminal 3 in the Dubai airport. Like, I just can't bring myself to go to Dubai right now. And it hurts because it's token. It's where I need to be. This is what I'm really hoping will happen. I'm hoping they will cancel it, right? Just so that I don't have to have the FOMO because, like, I just can't bring myself to go into a war zone, right? It makes no sense. Like, I won't even travel right now with Dubai as a stopover because next thing you get hit at the airport by a missile or you're in Dubai on a stopover and then you can't leave Dubai because they closed the airport. Like, it's just absolutely crazy. And my heart goes out, oh, to all of my homies in Dubai, the whole Coin Bureau team, most of my influencer friends, right? Literally, we've got Crypto Kid, we've got Carl the Moon, we've got Crypto, Da Vinci, all of the OGs are in Dubai. Ain't worth the risk, 100%. I do think that token will cancel it because they can't expect celebrities to come and put themselves in danger, right? And yeah, no, I believe it's closed. I have a friend that wanted to come to Cape Town from Bali and flight cancelled. I don't know where you are right now. I mean, you're in Florence, right? Or close to Florence. But I was actually planning to come to Italy at the end of April, but now I'm not so sure. But I will try find a direct flight. I think I'm gonna try go to Rome and Palermo. So Iker, I'd love to see you. No stress. Lovely to see you, Billy. Billy, welcome to the chat. All right, now I wanted to do a short stream today, guys, but I've been ranting. I've been ranting and raving at y'all with the market cipher. If you are new, please do smash the like, sub to the channel. Let me know what you think of the learning. But yeah, I think we should do some altcoins. So let's move into some PIONEX. Let's move into some altcoins. And let me put this in the Discord. Make this text a little bit bigger, I think, so everybody can see it. Oh, we're on the 2 hour now. Oh my gosh. Okay, still makes sense there for that OB. But let's get this right. I like the 1 hour. Let's just make sure we get this right. Just 1 second. Let me figure this out. Okay, I want to get this right, so I'm just going to do it again. Just give me a second here. Because if I'm going to drop something in the Discord, it must be correct. All right, so fixed range volume profile. Okay, we've got our value area high, perfect. Bring it a little bit down. And our value area low. Then where did we go wrong? All right, there's your low, there's your higher low, there's another higher low, there is your lower low. Right, so that's your big break of structure. Okay, so that does make sense according to Tuffy's indicator. Let's go to the 1 hour and check this out. It does get a little bit confusing, but I have been loving these 1 hour order blocks. Something funky happened over here. Look at this wick. Okay, yeah, this one's a little bit more confusing, but here's your structure. Right, there are your impulse moves. So we get this little green doji. This little green doji. I hope everybody can see that. It's quite small. And then that's the overlap of your value area. Okay, cool. Now I'm happy. Now I'm happy. And yeah, this top one's a little bit risky and sniper. Just gonna say here. Just because of all the nonsense that occurred up here. Right? If you want to take like a less risky trade, then just go for this massive order block. So like if you take this as your structure here, then just take this whole section as an order block. But yeah, it's just so big. I would rather go for a sniper entry, even if it's higher risk, right? It's just like risk a little to make a lot, all right? Take $10, drop it in there on 100x. If you lose your $10, fine. But if you make a couple $100 off your $10, lekker. That's what we say in South Africa. Just lekker. Never too late, my brother. Never too late. In the building. McCall, welcome, welcome. Hats off, man. Lovely to have you, bro. No, never too late. We're an hour in. We were just going to do an hour, but we're going to do a little bit more now. Just going to talk about PIONEX and the last bot that I opened for a little bit. Then we're going to do some altcoin setups. Okay, but it's so squished. I think I'm going to screenshot this on the 4 hour. But just remember that these are 1 hour OBs. Make it look nice. All right, there we go. McCall the goat. Indeed, bro. It's crazy how you've been milking. It's like more and more and more. And I know you're on a funded account. It's awesome, man. PIONEX bot's profitable. This is what I hear, guys. This is what I hear from some of the people I trust most, right? Do any of you know Bitcoin Hyper or Satoshi Stacker? I've chatted to them and they've told me straight. I said, be honest with me. Are the PIONEX bots profitable? And they've said, yes, very profitable, very passive, very useful. Gentle with the hype. McCall is super humble, guys. He's one of the most humble guys you will ever meet. And one of the reasons I love him so much, right? There is nothing for me that I love more. And really what you'll find with a good trader is most of the time good traders have been through all of the school fees, right? So the markets will humble you one time or another. Okay, anyway, there's that. Let's put it into the Discord. I believe everything is nice and clear there. All right, so what I'm going to be doing, just so everybody knows, is from now on, I'll be dropping my TA into this group here, Jordan's TA. Okay, so I'm just going to say 4-hour chart, 4-hour BTC chart of 1 hour OP overlap sniper entries. And then, as always, right, wait for market cipher 1 hour entry signals. I put this in caps because so often people will see my zones as like, they'll go and they'll set limit orders at my zones. Guys, do not set limit orders at the zones. All right, set alerts. Should I even say here? Don't set limit orders at the zones. Set price alerts. Then once price enters the zone, wait for market cipher B. All right, I believe that makes sense. Oh, no stress, McCall. It's an honor to have you, man. All right, so we're not going to do a long one today. We've already done some cool work, but I do want to do some alts because we have been sleeping on our alts, right? All right, great. SPX scalp long trade on the 4-hour JCG in the building. Okay, I see the bull. Wow, this looks crazy, man. Okay, you've got your bull with your nice confluence. It looks like you did also almost have a rhyme. Beautiful to see you using your sniper entry with the stochastic. That's really nice. Okay, so pointing out bull green trigger wave executed. Stochastic RSI at the bottom. With open interest and CVD up. Oh, awesome to see you trading with open interest and CVD divergences. Very, very powerful. But yeah, there's a few interesting things about this. So I think let's talk about it when we talk about alts. You've really been doing well, man. You've really been doing well. Yeah, huge shout out to BB. He's become the godfather of this community. Missed the entry. All good, man. All good. Wow, big brain stuff. Elder, nice. All right, I will be revamping this Discord, guys. We're going to have some rules. We're going to have a verification bot. And just know that I won't send you a friend request, right? Send me a friend request and I will accept it so that we're friends and you know who I am. But Yeah, we're getting lots of reports that as you join the Discord or when you're in the Discord, you get lots of friend requests from impersonators. So be careful. Okay, quick scalp trade. Interesting. All right, if you have any alts to look at, drop them in the live trading charts. Let's talk about PIONEX for a little bit. I believe that the event is still active, guys. The timer has ended. They are resetting it. They're in the process of resetting it, but I believe the event is still active. I would say wait a little bit if you haven't got your bonus yet until they reset this timer so you can get your bonus. But yeah, very proud to see that some of you have been getting your bonus, right? The links are in the description. Make sure you watch the intro video. And now I've opened the first copy bot. Almost ready to drop the video. It's almost ready. And basically the first bot that I've chosen to create is a futures long grid bot. Here it is. And the reason I've chosen this is because actually the team has told me, right? The team who built this platform have told me that since Bitcoin is already 50% down from its all-time high, somewhere around there, it's a good time to open a long-term, right? They've seen multiple cycles using these bots. And that's why I've done this, right? So I will drop the video hopefully tomorrow. We'll see how editing goes tonight or Thursday. But basically, I've recorded all of the tea. I've recorded the whole process that has gone into creating this bot. And it is copyable. The link is in the description. Because it is such a large grid, it does require, I think at this point, a minimum of 350, right? And that's as low as I could get it. When I actually put in the amount of grids I wanted, the minimum was like 1,500, right? I put 1,000 in, but I made it so the minimum was like 350. The next bot that I create is going to be quite a tight range-bound neutral bot that's just going to scalp liquidity for us like within a range, right? And I'm going to try for that one to make it under $50 to copy, so that even if you just do your KYC2 and get the $50, you can at least copy one of the bots for now. And yeah, I will be taking profits on the bots and reopening them, etc. But each bot that I am creating, I'm also making a video about how to create it so you can also learn and create your own bots. All right, and we can see here this bot it's working for us, right? Which is cool. There's very small amounts of profit that it is like accumulating, but it is working for us, and it has a really nice big grid. You'll learn about it all in the video. But yeah, the copy link is in the description. And I know some of you do have the 350 bonus from the deposits, or the 300 plus the 50. But really try nail this 500, right? Even if you deposit the 1,000 and you don't use it, try get this 500 so that you can copy some of these bigger bots. And yeah, I've heard from the OGs, guys, that this is a really nice way to, I mean, literally, I've been through the history, right? And I know Satoshi Stacker, he's a good guy, he's an honest guy, right? And they've done multiple challenges where they've made $10,000 from $1,000. And that inspires me as a community, right? I want to make money like this with the community. And right now we're learning. So just keep in mind there is risk here. We're learning about this, but I'm getting insights from the OGs. I'm getting insights from the platform creators. And I want to be doing these challenges together. And yeah, to be honest, like, okay, yeah, it's not deadly, but it's still not like no risk, right? I've chosen 2x because it allows us that, you know, no liquidation price, first of all. So we don't need a stop loss on it because there's no liquidation. So we can keep it running no matter what for the next bull market, and it will buy for us in the lows, and it will come up and sell for us at the highs. And I'm quite excited about this bot, to be honest, because it's a long-term bot that we can keep open for years if need be. And yeah, it's the first one. It's low risk. I know it was hard because of such a big range to get the minimum entry, like very low, but I do want you guys to try get into it because it will be something nice as a community. Like, I don't want to be the only one making profits, right? And I don't want just a few. Like, I want as many of us to be in the crew here with this. But yeah, the next bot I open, I'm really going to try bring the minimum entry down. And yeah, the video will explain this whole bot when I launch the video. So this is something I need to find out. I think like it would make sense to me that yes, the bonus can only be used once, but I need to actually find out from them. Like, I know BB, you've already followed an AI bot with your 350 bonus. So I want to find out from them. Let me just make a note here. If you now take profits on that AI bot that you followed, will you still have your profit and your initial bonus, or will you lose the bonus? And then I also want to find out, you know, once they reset the ticket, can you then go and make another deposit and get another bonus? But yeah, rest easy and know I'm pushing for this crew for as much free capital as possible, right? These exchanges don't like me, guys. I'm not easy because I'm always like, oh, what can you give us, right? For free? What can you give us for free? And yeah, what's so cool about this is they are really giving us $50 for absolutely nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. And then even you can get up to $1,000 in bonus just for depositing and not even having to do anything for it. Usually you would have to reach a trading volume also. But yeah, very cool. So just take advantage of it. And this is a long-term this is a long-term journey that we're on. So yeah, don't stress. Don't rush into it. Wasn't another 20 cents. As long as you got the 50 for the KYC too, I'm happy. That's cool. I'm going to try and make a bot that you can copy with the 50. And I'll try my best to make sure that that bot is profitable. But I'm also learning here. All right, cool. Let's go into some altcoins, guys. Is everybody alive? Drop me a chat in the building if you are here with us. And yeah, really, we're just going to do a few minutes more, guys. We're just going to do a few minutes more. I've got a few charts here that I do want to look at. And please drop me any charts that you want to look at in the Discord. All right, who's alive? Who's alive? Wifey summoned me for dinner. No stress, no stress. Yeah, so I think you can't... So it's up to me, right, on my bots, whether I allow you to customize them or not. So BB, if you do rewatch this or if you're still with us, like if I go here, right, and then I go to share the bot, like as I share the bot, I can choose whether to let you modify it or not, right? So let me know. Do you want me to let you modify the bots? And I think if you copy the AI bots with bonus, you can't do anything. All right, but I can choose whether to let you have your own custom parameters. And maybe I'll even make it exclusive for you guys. But anyway, that's that. River, okay, cool. Jeffrey's alive, beautiful stuff. All right, so first of all, what I want to do is go to the total 3. Okay, before we look at altcoins, we just need to be aware of what's happening like in general with liquidity and what we can expect. And for that, what I like to do is go to the total 3 on the daily time frame. Thank you, brother. Yeah, Will Smith that like button. Not bad. Maybe I should do giveaways, right? When I do giveaways with like goals, then y'all smash the likes. Oh, thank you, brother. Yeah, I just don't want people to like wreck themselves by mistake, you know? So that's why I'm not sure whether to let you guys modify the bots. But you let me know. You let me know what you want. All right, so total 3 is squeezing here. And this is either a bear flag or this is a bear pennant or it's just a symmetrical triangle and it's going to break to the upside. River movement, yeah, river has been super hectic. One of our traders in the Bybit community, Bybit South Africa community, got like such a beautiful river trade, 800%. Alrighty. So what I'm seeing here is a massive squeeze on our altcoins, right? Total 3 is all of the altcoin market cap, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I like to use the total 3 because it excludes Ethereum, and Ethereum sometimes, yeah, skews your metrics. So just be careful with the alts at this time. Please, 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 because something really big is going to happen here. And yeah, this is also why it's been very difficult to trade alts lately, right? Because it's squeezing. So we haven't been getting nice trends. We've been getting this choppy action right at the end of the symmetrical triangle. And what we're going to see here is explosion, guys. We're going to see massive move on altcoins, either to the downside or the upside. This total 3 does not like to break out lightly from these symmetrical triangles. All right, here's one here. And this symmetrical triangle was even smaller. But do you see the breakout that occurred? All right, this one broke out to the upside. It doesn't mean that this one's going to break to the upside. But yeah, these symmetrical triangles, when they squeeze like this, they really do like to bust. So please, please just be careful. And I think this is a great chart to watch, because if you see a breakout here and a retest and a nice market cycle move, then you can hop onto whichever one of these trends really do pop out. Yeah, market cycle is just super confused. We need to wait for wave trend to give us some nice signals there so we can have a little bit of a trend, right? And then what's interesting about ETH, if you're zooming in on ETH, I'm very curious about this. It was a few days ago, but there was a SUI bull. Did anybody take the daily SUI bull that we set an alert for? Well, let's look at our ETH. I think this is a good shot here. No. So what's interesting about this ETH chart is this a bear flag? Is this a symmetrical triangle? But what I want to look at is this sniper line that's occurring now. And yeah, we did well, guys. We did well with the analysis. I think I dropped this ETH chart. Look at our level. Our 2 levels with a nice wick entry. Where did I drop this ETH chart? I love it, man. It's so nice when you get a bull div and a bear div like that. BTC 1 hour. Interesting, interesting. All right, let me just try find this ETH chart. There it is, guys. There it is. All right, this was on the 27th. Look at the trade that popped out. So just remember, if I'm not there, and I don't want to be there to tell you guys when to trade, right? But it was super clear here on the 4-hour time frame. Everything happened. Everything happened. We got the green dot at the 45. We got the VWAP crossed. We got money flow going up. We had the zones, and we got the nice sniper wick entries with the morning star. Really, really nice trading. All right, so since we're cleaning up the Discord, let me just do this. All right, so I'm going to take that and I'm going to pop it into my TA. For now, I'm going to mix my BTC and my altcoin TA, right? If we do in the future a VIP section, then there will be separate altcoin rooms. But anyway, for now, I'm just going to pop this there. Look at that. Wait for market cipher trigger waves. There is your market cipher trigger waves. After the reaction at the zone, it was a little bit late. It was in this candle here. This is still a nice move, right? Still a very nice move up. And there we go. The reaction came in really nicely from those zones. And if you waited for the green dot, you could have had a nice move. Right. For the sake of posterity, I'm going to drop this in there. And then let's look at some zones here. Not bad, not bad. The green dot was a little bit late, but if you come to the 1 hour, and you'll see a little bit of an easier entry there. Right, you see that green dot? And this is really nice on the 1 hour. Oh, no stress, no stress. I'm also going to hop off very, very shortly. I just like to be nice and thorough, right? That's why I get bogged down. But here you go on the 1 hour. There's your green dot. There's your money flow turning around. There's your VWAP cross, all within this green zone. Okay, let me just drop this in. Let me put a circle. I love the circle. Let's just do this. That's a little bit big. I'm gonna do one there. Ah. No stress, guys. We're gonna hop off very shortly. And JC, keep it up, bro. Keep it up, man. I'm so proud. Okay, so I'm just gonna say here, use the 1 hour. The sniper MCP entry signals. All right, then there's a few nice altcoins here. Uni, APT. Really, we need an altcoin stream. Maybe next week, Tuesday, we'll do an altcoin stream. Oh, much love, much love. But for now, let me just know one altcoin, right? We'll look at one altcoin and we'll call it a day because we've done some good work here. Where's the next zone here on ETH? Agen, Near, Jonathan, welcome. Okay, I'll do some TA in my own time on ETH and I'll drop it in the Discord. Near. Wow. Oh my gosh, Near is finally retesting the bottom of that parallel channel. This is crazy days, guys. And this risk to reward ratio on Near is amazing. Yeah, this is crazy. So yeah, I think the name of the game here is to be very, very careful. So interesting. Welcome to Lani. Awesome to have you, man. We're going to end off very soon. But great to have you with us. All right, so this could go one of two ways. Depending on how that total 3 moves from here, we could either see quite a big move down, right? There's still lots of space below us. But really, if we move back into this channel, it's looking like either it's going to be range bound for a while here, or there could be a very nice breakout. So yeah, a little bit scary. We are getting the 1 week green dot. Money flow pointing up, VWAP crossed. So there's that. There is the 1 week green dot. It's now retesting the bottom of that wick. Very interesting. There's something a little bit off with this chart though. Is it just me, or does something look a little bit fishy with this chart? I guess a lot of altcoins are just struggling. All right, deep in the value area low. It's not the worst risk to reward here. There's your POC that's calling. This would be your first take profit in your move away from the value area low. I don't know, guys. It just doesn't seem like a good time to trade alts. I really think it's a good time to be focusing on Bitcoin. Confirmation after breaking into the channel. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. A retest of that channel as support. Yeah, daily money flow is not looking good. Also just so choppy right now. I want to tell you guys to just wait for a direction on that total 3 because it's just so ugly, right? It doesn't look nice. Doesn't look nice. Means definitely not a time to long on this daily because of this. You know, daily wave trend is like looking like it's almost going to give us a sell. So likely we'll just get smashed down here and retest this trend line and see what happens here, whether we go back into the channel up to the median. Break through this resistance up to the POC. See, I think BB's onto it. We're going to have to wait for a breakthrough back into this channel. And really, we need some reset here all the way down. And hopefully a bull. I don't know. This chart's not looking amazing. This chart's not looking amazing. Let's quickly look at AGen. And really what I want to... What is the ticker for AGen? Is it not on Bybit? Oh, here we go. Oh, guys. Wow. I mean, it's a risk, but like it is what it is, right? Really, I want you guys to stick to the very, very high caps right now. I'm talking Solana, XRP, Cardano, Aave. Because these altcoins are just, it's like they're going to zero. And yes, it's nice risk to reward. Like you can throw a few dollars at it, open a trade. You know, there's a crazy risk to reward here. But really, we need the whole market to come right before these coins are going to come right. Money flow is not looking terrible here. But yeah, it's just super dead, right? All of the whale money has left the altcoins. Solana is something for me that looks more tradable. Much, much more tradable. All right, our last trade was actually super juicy. But anyway, that's done and dusted. I didn't take the trade. I saw it hit the zone, but I didn't take the trade. It was a nice 24%. And yeah, this again, this could be a bear flag, or this could be a really nice, kind of like a bottom. It all depends on Bitcoin, and it depends on that total 3. Now, of course, Bitcoin dominance is going to do what it wants to do. But yeah, this could be really bad, guys. I mean, it does look like a bear flag. What I'll try do is I will try to make a altcoin analysis video where I analyze some high market cap altcoins. I would say the conservative poll is this. All right, it's not like the full poll, but I mean, it's super bearish. And then really the bigger poll is all the way up from somewhere there. Eesh. And there's that green zone. Solana down at $22. I do think it could happen, guys. I do think we could get Solana at $22. Oh, that would be a nice entry. That would be a nice entry. So yeah, you just got to use your strategies here. Use your strategies, wait for a breakout, use the market cipher. Hey, big dreams in the building. What's up? What's up? Yeah, no, Adrian, like, take the risk if you want to, if you believe in the fundamentals, right? Watch my fundamental analysis 101. Do your fundamentals on Adrian, see if you want to pick it. And you can do a portfolio margin trade there, right? Keep your leverage low, keep it manageable. But the small cap alts are going to suffer if we go lower. They're going to go like just above 0. It's already happening on a lot of the coins, on a lot of the time frames. So Binance delisted like 50 altcoins. Crazy. 55 altcoins. Oh, it was Coinbase, I think, that delisted 55. Binance delisted like 30. Crazy, crazy stuff. But I'm going to leave this in here for now because this is gnarly. It's also making sense with other levels. And yeah, just watch to see if we break out of this range and move to the upside. Then you've got a nice move with a nice target. But yeah, this could actually be a nice bot in this range. Just open a bot in the range, put a stop loss there, put a stop loss there. So I might do that. Link. All right, we'll do link and then we'll call it a night. Yeah, link is finally at our level. Finally, took a long time. Okay, yeah, just be careful here because there's this range below us that link was stuck in for a long time. If we enter this range, that would be a beautiful bot. I mean, look at that. Yo, link was stuck in there for 537 days during the last altcoin winter. If alts get smashed again, link is going to get stuck back into this pipeline. But yeah, it is in a range now that you can trade. But again, same thing as Sol. This is a very, very scary bear flag. We saw these bear flags play out on Bitcoin. This is huge. So just be careful with your longs because that bear flag will send it right into that pipeline. But yeah, if you're zooming in, there's a nice range to trade here, right? There's a very nice parallel channel to trade. You can take your fixed range volume profile on this section here. Take your value area high shorts, take your value area low longs. But we're very far in the range already, so just be careful. The range looks like it does want to break. And just like Solana, right? So a big move to the upside or it's a big move to the downside. Also gonna fly, guys. I'll try make an altcoin TA video. Okay, let's see this toughy SMC order block here on the 4 hour. Oh, yes, that is nice. All right, that is nice. It has already been tapped there once, but it's still there on the indicator, which means it's still valid. That one's also been tapped, but yeah, that's a nice range. I like this bottom one because it's in the value area low. And this top one is high up in the value area high. Yeah, those look like two very nice order blocks. Let's have a look at this 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour is looking even better because it's giving you overlaps. All right, remember when I talk about the overlaps on this indicator and on SMC in general, when you see an overlap, it gives you these wick entries. Look at that, a wick into the overlap section. And now we're getting a triple overlap here at the bottom. Is everyone seeing this? So here's a double overlap, here's a double overlap, but right here, we're actually getting 3 order blocks overlapping. And I love how on this indicator, the more overlap you get, the darker the indicator goes. This bottom one is looking amazing to me because it hasn't been tapped yet. And it's nice and skinny, it's nice and sniper. Is everybody seeing what happened there? I'm not making this up, right? This is CryptoFace OG strategy. Look at that trigger wave. Look at the manipulation that occurred here. Everyone thought, bullish divergence, it's so simple. I'm a genius, we're going to the moon. And they got destroyed, liquidated. Only to get your beautiful trade at the trigger wave. All right, watch that trigger wave video until it's coming out of your ears. Go to sleep at night with the trigger wave video looping. Sink it in, guys. The trigger wave is really how you make the nice money, the very nice money. Okay, cool, guys. Let's call it a night. I think I'll drop these link zones. These 1 hour zones are looking quite cool. Just be aware, it looks like there's manipulation happening here on link. So just be wary of the bullish divergence, right? You can take the bullish divergence if your money flow is going up. Like on that one, you see the money flow is coming down and it crossed down, so it wasn't good. Take the bull if you're getting your confluence, but really what you want to see here is this. The bull and then the manipulation trigger wave. This is link. This is link on the 1 hour. Let me just drop this into the Discord. Thank you, BB. This is nice, man. This is nice. BB's doing the work for us, guys. I like this bottom one also because it will give you like a fake out here below this line. This one's a little bit below our resistance, but it is value area high. All right, so I'm just going to drop this in. And really, this is why it's so important to be in the live streams, because this would be a little bit confusing, right? If you just saw me drop this chart. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a circle at this trigger wave. See how money flow turned around at the trigger wave and the VWAP. So beautiful, guys. So, so beautiful. All right, cool, cool, cool. Thank you guys for sticking around. I know it's been a longer one than we thought it would be. Okay, link 1 hour chart of 4 hour overlapping OBs. Wait for MCP entry signal of bull div or strong trigger wave. best would be, I'm just going to say rifle trigger wave manipulation pattern on the 1 hour, like you see in the circle. Put in brackets here. Watch the recent MCP video. Cool. All right, thank you so much everybody for being here. It has been awesome. And yeah, good to see the crew learning. Thank you everybody for showing up for yourself, showing up to me. It's my favorite place to be. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. If you haven't smashed the like button as of yet, then please do it. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys same time, same place next week, Tuesday. And I got a lot of videos dropping in the next few days. I got some beginner videos for my newbies on price action candle reading. And even if you think you're a pro already, watch the beginner videos, right? Because very likely you're going to pick up on something that can just polish your pro strategies a little bit. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the Discord. I'm loving how hot the Discord is. Let's keep going. I'm going to really polish up the Discord this month. And then next month we might make some big changes there. But thank you so much, everybody. Please do get some rest. And remember my advice, always play from a position of power and strength. Use your stop loss and do not get wrecked. Much love and respect. Peace out.